stuff. Good morning. I am vlogging again today. Yes. Oh, don't bump that, darling. My kids have learned how to change the temp in the car. We just finished swimming lessons. We actually had a booster lesson today. I'll do some fresh air. Put the window down for some fresh air. There you go. The pool was broken the other day. It's too hot from the sun. They couldn't get the heater to work, so the kids actually had to miss out on swimming lessons. We had a booster one this morning. The best swim I have seen this one do ever, I think. We've got to go to the shops this morning. None of his undies fit him around his waist. He's just outgrown them, so we're going to do that. But today, on today's vlog, I am going to do with you guys, because I've tried it 3 times now, my muesli bars. My non-crumble, easy to make, taste great, add in a bunch of alternatives muesli bars. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we're going to go to the shops, get some undies, probably have a bit of a walk around, and then come home. Alright, we just finished the shopping. Target had some pretty good sales on, so I grabbed the kids a couple of extra pajamas for next year, and little man got his undies. I find Target ones are better. The Target undies are better for him, and they had 3 like character brand ones he likes. So we got McQueen ones, you got Toy Story ones. What were the other ones? Oh, and Bluey ones. And the Bluey ones were on sale, so I was very happy to pick that up. And they got some jammies that were on sale. But I wanted to pop on before I forget. So we've just gotten out the shops, we're in the car, we're ready to go home. That's her shoes lighting up there. I am so impressed with, I've just realized that's in the way. I am so impressed with how people are behaving in the shops. There was an elderly lady in the queue, and everyone's like, no, you go the front, you get served. Everyone's wearing their masks. People are really social distancing. I'm in a big shopping center. It's not very busy. People are really aware, and I think we've all got this agreement we don't want to go back into a lockdown. So people are actually really almost overdoing the restrictions from where I am at the moment anyway, which is great. In the car park, like where we are, you have to wear a mask as soon as you go outside. Kids don't have to. The kids do have a mask. If they want to wear it, they can. If they don't want to, they don't. I just keep it in my bag if they want to. But I just wanted to pop, okay. I just wanted to come in and say I am super impressed with how people are abiding by the restrictions that we've got in place. So I'm very thankful for those that I saw today that were doing the right thing, and not just doing the right thing, helping those that were probably in more of the vulnerable category. That little old lady standing there, she only had like 2 things in her hand, and the guy in front's like, no, you go in front of me. And there was a mum with a little one, and she, no, you go in front of me. That they wanted to help her get in and get out almost. So I don't know, it was a really nice feeling to see after having so much negativity in the news and being stuck in lockdown for a week. It can really get to you. So seeing something like that, it was really nice. It was a good feeling.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. Oh, no. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. Oh yeah.
Right, little Miss has just gone down for her nap, hasn't she? Where's your sister Evie?
Upstairs.
She's having a sleep.
Yeah.
So we're going. We are actually going to make. What are we making? Muesli bars.
Muesli bar.
So this is a recipe I have made 3 times, and it's turned out really good every time. I have this horrible feeling it's going to go wrong cooking it today, but we're going to cook it and we're going to see how it goes, because I am not perfect and I do fail at cooking sometimes. But this is a recipe that I think would be ideal for lunch boxes. We are going to put peanuts in ours, but you don't have to. Should we get the ingredients out and show them what we need to start cooking with today?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a 2-step process in this. One is toasting out all of your ingredients, the dry ingredients, and then the second step is the wet ingredients. I'm going to show you the dry ingredients first. You will be toasting them, so get yourself a pan or a pot and something. You can even do it in the oven if you want to, but you don't need to toast it for long. So I've just got like a flat non-stick dish. I'm gonna put all the ingredients into here and I'm gonna get them toasting, slowly toasting. This is not a very kid-friendly making dish because you have to toast these, and the wet ingredients you have to heat up on the oven and stir. So probably not something great for kids to do, but little man is gonna help me put all the dry ingredients into here so we can get toasting. Now, most of these ingredients are adaptable, but some things I would say are definitely not are the oats. Can you pour this into here for me? So you need 1 cup of oats. I like to do the quick oats. I think they absorb the liquid a bit better and a bit quicker. And that's pretty much all we ever purchase is the quick oats. We make porridge out of this, don't we, Edison? Yeah. So pour those into there. So there's 1 cup of oats. The next are chia seeds. Although they don't really absorb when you add the liquid to them, I do think they help sort of bind it together because they come a bit sticky. Yeah, put it in. I would probably do about 3 tablespoons, 2 to 3 tablespoons. You could do a bit more, a bit less. I think that's okay with these. I think that'll do, good job. And then strangely enough, I actually find the coconut, I use desiccated coconut. I find it quite useful. You could use shredded coconut if you wanted to, because it is kind of moist to start with. I think it's another good binding agent to help hold it together. So we need to do a cup of this, Edison. So can I get the cup and we can measure it into the cup? Yeah. Okay, you hold your spoon. So we need 1 cup of this here. So I'm gonna shake it in. Again, guys, you don't have to be exact with the measurements. It is very coconut dense. I've actually got under a cup in this one. And then after that, it's pretty much what you want to put in. If you are a nut-free family, or if you are a nut-free family, don't let it spill over the sides. Also saying, you can pretty much add in any ingredients now, adding up to these measurements. If you are a nut-free family, don't add nuts to it. If you're a nut-free school and there's gonna be a school lunchbox treat, don't add the nuts to it. At this stage, my kids don't go to my kids don't go to school, and the kindy he goes to provides their lunches. That's enough now. So for us, we can add nuts. So I've just got up here chopped peanuts. I think peanuts or cashews would do really well.
My peanut looks like a peanut butter.
It does. Could you add 3 spoonfuls of that in for me? Yeah. You can see too, my measurements are pretty flexible. You're just gonna add things that kind of, you know, do you want it really nutty? Do you want it to be less nutty? Again, if you don't like nuts, don't put nuts in it, put other seeds. We don't really eat dried fruit in this family. My kids don't love them and my husband doesn't love them. So I don't put them in this recipe here, but dried fruit would be great. If you're going to do dried fruit, don't toast it. Put it in at the very end, and I will mention that again. We like pumpkin seeds, yeah. So we're going to put in a bit of pumpkin seed. If you don't love pumpkin seed, but you like the benefits with the fibers it can bring, what you can do is actually put it into a NutriBullet and blitz it, and it almost makes it into like a wet flour, which is great, and then you can add it in. We love sesame seeds. I would probably highly recommend adding sesame seeds. They add a really nice nutty flavor to it. So can you add in 3 spoonfuls? I am, with this recipe, going to link below what I have come up with actual ingredients and measurements, but as you can see here, we're doing it at a kid-friendly level today, so some of these are probably going to be a bit off. I think that's all we need there. I'm just going to give that a little stir in. So with these ingredients here, we're going to toast them. Not too long, and I mean, unless you want to get them like really toasted, we just like a little bit of toasting and a little bit of flavor to it. If you want to add chocolate, if you want to add dried fruit, now is not the time to do that. We just want these to get a bit of a toasting flavor to them. It's really great with the coconut. It brings out a really nice flavor with the coconut. So I'm going to put these onto the oven and we're going to toast these for a bit, aren't we, Edison? But you stay here for me, okay? Okay, so we've got that slowly toasting on the hot plate. I'm keeping an eye on it. Now we need to do the wet ingredients. You will need 125 grams of butter. You will need half a cup of honey, and you'll need a third cup of brown sugar. Now, I've only ever done this with honey. Can you substitute? I do not know. I don't know if using agave syrup or malt syrup is going to work. It is a different consistency and texture than honey. I cannot say if substituting honey will work. So if you don't eat honey, if you are vegan or there's an allergy to honey, I don't know if substituting that for something else will work or not. Okay, Eddie, so into this pot here, can you squeeze the honey for me?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm pretty rough with my measurements, which is probably not a great thing. It's just what I do, isn't it, Edison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, it's probably about half a cup of honey. Yeah, it's about half a cup of honey. So you put all the ingredients into the pot and you're pretty much going to dissolve it and mix it. You want the sugar to be fully dissolved. I've got a third cup of brown sugar, probably about right there. So once the sugar, yeah, you can stir that around. Once the sugar has dissolved and the butter has melted, you're going to stir it for a few more minutes. It'll get all bubbly. That's what you want, but just keep stirring it. Doing a really good job.
Is it done?
I think so, thank you. Okay, let me have that there. So I'm going to now melt this down. Okay, so I've just toasted off all of the dry ingredients, and you can see how some of it's nice and dark underneath. Some's a bit lighter. Just depends on how sort of a roasted flavor I guess you want it to have. I prefer to do it on the pan. I've tried it in the oven and no, it doesn't work out for me. And then this is the wet ingredients here. Everything has dissolved. I've got it on sort of a medium to lowish heat, and I'm just going to stir and let that bubble for a few minutes. You don't want to get burnt, so keep an eye on it. You don't want to burn the butter and burn the honey. You'll know if you've burnt it because you will smell it. Just slowly let those three ingredients bubble and stir in together. I'm going to say like 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so I've got my dry ingredients. I'm going to pour the wet into here, stir it around, and then we're going to add it into here and push it down.
Wow.
Wow.
It's like pumpkin soup.
Pumpkin soup. Well, it's like a caramelly brown kind of colour, isn't it? Very hot though.
Well, it's very hot.
So I think he explained it really well. It's come out like a real caramelly kind of colour. Now, if you're like me and don't really measure your ingredients exactly, so long as this isn't too dry, you want every piece of dry ingredients to be touched by the wet. And this will help keep it together. If you have too much wet ingredients, I would go and add in some salted almonds and your dried fruit just to help absorb up the liquid a bit more. So now that it's all combined, see if I can give you like a... So that's the kind of consistency that I've got today. We're gonna pull that into our tray and then press it down.
And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most.
Okay, so I've literally pressed that down. It wasn't hard to do, just to make sure everything is nice and binded and touching each other, if that makes sense. This will go in the fridge for a couple of hours until it has set, and then I'll cut it up. Now this is quite thin. If you made it in a smaller dish, you would get thicker pieces out of it. So in the fridge it goes, and then I'll be back soon. Okay, little miss has just woken up. I've talked the kids into helping me with a little bit of housework. And we're actually going to do a little bit of a home gym workout. They're just throwing down all the clothes from upstairs. This is how you do washing in a two-story house.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here
afternoon tea. I am going to get dinner started soon. We're just going to have sausages, mashed potato, and some veg. But this has been sitting in the fridge for about an hour. This is how it's looking. It is one giant slab. But see how thin mine is? If you put it in a smaller container, you can make it thicker if you wanted to. Now, my kids have said no to any toppings on it, but if you wanted to get like cooking chocolate and you could just melt a little bit of it and then either drizzle on top or do like a layer on top of it. You could put like Greek yogurt on top and set it in the fridge. If you've done yogurt though, it would probably melt quite quickly in a school lunchbox. And then all I'm going to do is cut these into slices. And that, I just had a bite of it, but that is a muesli bar that does not crumble. It keeps its shape. It tastes really good. You do need to be careful when you are cooking the honey, butter and sugar that you don't overcook it, because obviously it goes a bit more like a caramel. So when it sets in the fridge, it can be quite hard. This is a harder type one. Some of my other ones are being a bit more chewier. So I would say bring it to a boil once it's all dissolved and then turn it down to like a slow simmer. But the longer you cook the honey, the longer you cook the liquids, the harder the muesli bar will be. And if you like it, that's great. It tastes really yum. I haven't tried rolling them into a ball or anything. I don't know if they'd hold their shape in the fridge in like a ball. I'm assuming they would. So if you do make it and turn them into a ball, let me know. Send me like a photo on my Instagram page and I'll share it with everyone. But we've just done that workout. I'm getting like really hot and sweaty. Our house gets like bang on sun in the afternoon right through our kitchen. So the kids are having the afternoon tea. I'm going to finish off what's left of my peas. That is really, really nice. So I've kept mine in the fridge. I haven't freezed any of it yet because we eat too quickly. This is the 4th batch now I've made. Every time it's a bit different depending on the ingredients that you put into it and how long you cook the wet ingredients for to get more of that denser, richer caramel flavor. Like a bit of a toffee flavor to it, where it's more lighter in color. It'll be more of a chewer muesli bar. But I love it because every muesli bar I see that I make either crunches and crumbles when I go to do it, or you have to keep it in the fridge, then it just turns into a pile of crumble. So I think after testing so many recipes and pulling out the best of all of them, I definitely think it comes down to cooking out the honey, but adding in the brown sugar as well, because the brown sugar is just white sugar with molasses in it and it gives it that chewy consistency. And then with the ingredients that you put into it with the coconut, desiccated coconut and the chia seeds, it has helped sort of like bind everything together. I think it's great. I think you'd get even a different texture and chewiness if you added in dried fruit as well. I think that'd be really nice to add. But that is my homemade muesli bars. You can definitely take out the nuts that I had in mine and make it perfect for school lunch boxes. We aren't in school yet, but we have gone out and had morning teas in the park for a few hours. I have put this in my kids' lunch boxes and the shape and the texture is still bang on. Not freezing cold like out of the fridge, but great enough that you could pick it up, it doesn't crumble, and eat it. Really, really good.
How'd you do? I'm not broken, I'm just split in two. Hope you're fine. Ain't got time to do everything you said you would. Frames of the past and the memory of you just come running by. Pictures of sunny days with your smile in the bar. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me?
Alright guys, with my beautiful kitchen lights, I'm on to dinner. We're just doing mashed potato, peas. I've got corn on the cob tonight. It's groceries tomorrow, so I do want to get the corn eaten. I've got 2 left, so I'll just cut them in half. I might raid out whatever other beans I've got in the fridge. Sausages I've had in the freezer for about 4 or 5 weeks. And some onion on the side. A real simple dinner. It has been a very busy, productive day, I would say. I've kept my kids fairly entertained, fairly out of trouble. Not too many arguments today, so I'm really taking today as a win. I've got one hand painted my nails done today. I've got the other one to do when the kids go down. I've actually, I've got a video on it. Maybe I should do like another one. I've got a video on where I bought the device from. It's from eBay. So I do my own home gel nails. One, because look, my nails grow so fast, I would have to get my nails done every 2 weeks. And I just can't justify spending $30 or $40 every 2 weeks, hang on a sec, to get my nails done. And I bought the kit about 2 years ago, I think, and I just couldn't get the time away from my kids to go get my nails done. So I actually find it really, really handy. It definitely took a while to get used to like the technique and how to do it. It does not last as long as an actual salon. So I probably get like a solid 7-10 days, and then I get like a little chipping, and then they're looking a little bit sad when the nails have probably then had enough, and then I call it a day and take the nails off. But I really do like it. So I managed to get that done today. I actually wanted to do it on the weekend, and that never happened, which is fine. And this weekend I'm giving my husband a break and taking the kids down to my parents, and then I think I'm catching up with a girlfriend. We're actually going to the, we're supposed to be going to the Toowoomba Flower Festival in September, along with my husband's auntie. They actually live out west on the way to Toowoomba, and she's never been, so I was like, you're coming with us. We actually got married on their property. They have a beautiful homestead out there, like stunning homestead. So we actually got married on their property a few years ago now. So yeah, I'm supposed to catch up with a girlfriend to plan this flower festival, and I'm hoping it goes through. But just feeling like I actually got stuff done today. There's not much. I've still got washing I didn't do. I don't have a spotlessly clean kitchen. I haven't organised the kids' bags for kindy and daycare tomorrow. I've got to go through and organise my fridge because it's grocery day tomorrow, but I'm still feeling like I got stuff done. I think I've done 2 loads of washing. My kids have played really well. We went to the shops this morning and got some undies and some sale clothes for next year. The kids had swimming lessons. We had lunch. My kids done drawing today. My next door neighbour dropped off in a letterbox some old drawing pads that her sons are 6 and 10, I think. And they're actually moving, and she's like, I found all these things, and my kids actually played for about a solid 10 minutes doing some drawing, and that's a lot for my little man. So I'm feeling very achieved today. I have actually not checked the news at all. I've actually got a YouTube video in the background of one of my cooks that I like to watch. But that's it. Dinner's going to get done. We're going to get on with our evening, and then tomorrow's going to come, and then it's on to the weekend. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know if it was like a lot of things to show you, but I definitely feel like we got a lot done today. I hope wherever you are staying safe. At the moment we are lucky. Who knows, in 3 or 4 days maybe there's another outbreak. But anyway, I will leave it there. My kids are actually calling me, and as always guys, we will talk soon. Bye.